if you're in sales long enough, at some point the market's going to go up, and at some point the market's going to go down. So what can you do to prepare for it, and how can it help you? This is an important question. I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. And before we begin, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So for you, at some point, the market's going to change. It's up one day, it's down the next. It's up 1 month, it's down the next. At some point, it's going to happen. And if you're in sales long enough, over your lifetime of sales, it'll probably happen between 5 and 7 times. So you got to get used to it. And every skill, every talent, every strategy that you acquire helps you in the next cycle, helps you be better at what you do. And what you'll find is over time, there's roughly, let's say 25% of the world of sales that gets wiped out. They shouldn't have been in sales anyway. They weren't ever going to be good. They weren't ever going to make it. And so what happens is the pack becomes tighter. The people that you're up against become better. So it pushes the weak out and the good rise up. And so you have to be good at your game. You have to be good at your skills. You have to be good at your task. You have to be amazing at what you do. And it's going to take some work and effort. Now, there are some people that are going to make it through price matching and discounting, playing video games on the couch, watching sports, but that's not you. You're watching a YouTube video. The reason I bring this up is when everything's falling apart, the worst thing you could do is fall for negativity. And some of that comes from the people around you. Like you take phone calls, text messages, video chats, you're like, I'm not answering that. Some of it comes from the news and the news sources that you consume, no matter what station you look at and what's going on. So you know, news is mostly negative. It's 99% negative, a little tiny bit percent positive. Like that's just the way that it works. And all of your friends, all of your family, all your coworkers, they're going to look at that stuff and see what's going on. And they're going to run around like chickens with their heads cut off. Like, do you see what's going on? Do you see what's going on? You got to protect yourself from that because like that's a diet. And a negativity diet will make you, it has the possibility of turning you very negative. And that creates a lot of problems. Like your mental toughness and your mental skills that you carry into the sales process is the thing that helps you close deals. And if you buy into the sky is falling, the sky is falling. If you say, I'm not going to participate in that market, you don't participate in that market. And I think back, there's stories in the 30s from the Great Depression that more millionaires were made at that time than any other time in history because people took advantage of what they needed to do to leap ahead. It cleared out all the people who shouldn't have been in the way. It made everybody else rise up. If you get caught up in the negativity, you're going to be negative in your presentation. You're going to be negative when you don't lose a deal. You're going to be negative when you go to follow up. And negativity attracts more negativity. And then everybody gets involved in the pity party. You know, walking through a hall in a company and there's a... And you look and you're like, all those people are negative. I know exactly what's going down. Stay away from me. Just stay away from me. Sometimes you pick up the phone and you're like, it's family member. They're negative. Boop, go to voicemail. I'm not talking to you. So it comes down to the diet that you bring in. So what can you do? You go and you look at podcasts. I got the episodes of the How to Sell show. You know, there's a good amount of them there. You got videos on YouTube from me. You got videos on YouTube from other people. But you consume good information. You read good information. Don't get me wrong. The market's burning. There's all sorts of problems. It's a down economy. I get that. I'm not saying don't be aware of it. I'm not saying like, hey, ignore it. I'm saying pay attention, but push it away. Like it's over here. I'll deal with it. But like what's more important is I can focus on my sales skills because when the market gets cleared out, it's going to take away a lot of the weak salespeople. They're going to go back to selling coffee. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but that's what they were doing before. A weak sales manager met them and they're like, hey, you've got a good personality. Come here and come close some deals. Or they go back to selling hot dogs. I don't know what they do, but what they shouldn't do is be in sales. You know it and I know it. You look at a sales team, for the most part, 8 out of 10 guys shouldn't be in that room. And you're looking around, you're like, that guy shouldn't be here. That girl shouldn't be here. Banging the boss. Like, you know that all that stuff is going down, right? Shouldn't be in the building, but they're there. But as the market starts going down like this, those people start getting pushed out because it's too expensive to keep them around. And now you have to compete with people who got serious game. And they'll take your lunch money. They'll come after it. They'll be like, hey, sales guy, not paying attention, asleep at the wheel. Pay me. I'll take your lunch money. I'll take your lunch money all day long. So you have to be aware of it. Negativity is that one of those things that like, I don't like. Someone comes to me and complains. I'm like, okay, what's your solution? Like, I heard the complaint. What's the solution? Well, I don't have one. You came here to come dump trash in my front yard with a big giant trash can and you're not expecting me to chase you away? Get out of here. I don't want to hear it. I don't need it. Like you're doing everything you can to take me down. You're buying into all this stuff. Tons of millionaires were made in 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, like at a rapid pace for the people who are like, I'm not participating. Negativity will destroy your sales process. It'll take you down. Do everything you can to get away from it. Pay attention to good podcasts, watch some good YouTube videos, read some good books, find a good mentorship group, find people who are not stuck on complaining. Complainers breed complainers. You got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button, click on it every time I send out a video. You'll get an update. This is Scott Bell Consultant sent out another fantastic video. You should check it out, which you should. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by. Aloha.